Hey everyone, my name is Barka Herman, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about an article I recently wrote on bloatware. Bloatware in software and Psyche. Some of you know that I'm a technologist. I'm currently a cloud solution architect for Microsoft, but I have more than 30 years of experience in software space. And in software, bloatware is something that you may or may not be aware of. So what happens is when you purchase a computer or a phone, right, there's a lot of stuff that's installed on it that you may or may not need. So it takes up space, it takes up memory, CPU, and it may be something that you've maybe used once or never. So the industry term for that is bloatware. It bloats your system, but it doesn't really do anything for you. So bloatware is something that could eat up your resources. And, as a software person, I tend to kind of do an audit of my computer or phone periodically to find bloatware. So for instance, if I'm working and something's running really slow, the first thing I do is I jump to my task manager and see, hey, what's eating up either bandwidth or memory or CPU or disk or whatever. So in other words, what's eating up my resources that is not important at this point. And the way to kind of stay on top of that bloatware is to just become aware of it and notice when you're low in resources. Even when you're not low on resources, from time to time, just go through and clean up your system and get rid of the stuff that you don't need anymore. Some of it comes from pre-installed from factory that you can just clean up when you purchase your machine. Some of it you accumulate over time. So I know that when I was traveling with my husband in our van, van by the river, I downloaded and installed a ton of, camping, where's the best place for camping and this and that kind of stuff. And then 6 months later, it's no use for me, but it's sitting there, it's not doing anything. But it's using resources in one way or another. So I'll remove it. So why am I talking about bloatware? So the thing is that there's bloatware in us as well as human beings. So mentally, psychologically, we carry a lot of bloatware with us, and this is our belief system. So our belief system comes either from, again, your family, your parents, and some of it serves you, some of it doesn't. What does that mean? So I remember I was doing a training a while ago, and I was coaching this young woman of Hispanic origin, and we were talking about something, I don't remember the context, and we said we were going to do something together, and she said, well, I don't do that. And then she looks at me and she goes, well, and I was completely mystified. So I was like, well, wait, I don't know. What are you talking about? Why can't you do this? And it's like, well, I'm a woman and I'm Hispanic and in our culture. And so this is the kind of bloatware that I'm talking about. This is a belief system that just because you belong to a certain group, whether it be race or sex or ethnicity or religion or whatever, you don't do that. And some of it works, right? Some of it works. You don't want to eat a certain food or whatever. Keep it. But some of it is just there as bloatware. It has no purpose, and it's eating up your resources. So it's keeping you from achieving your goals, and it's there in your mind. You're self-censoring, self-editing all the time. Then get rid of it. It's bloatware, right? So I remember an incident when I was very young. I was a child, and I forgot to return a library book. And for some reason, this was like the biggest sin. I was really young. It was like, oh my God, I did something I was supposed to do and I didn't. And I shared it with a friend, and she said, oh, well, this is the end of the world, right? Well, she didn't say that, but something similar to that. I can't believe you didn't do that. So somewhere along the way, I picked up this belief that if I made a mistake, the best thing to do is hide it, to not share it, and fix it, but hide it. And this kind of, it kind of showed up in my life later, and it was not serving me. So in other words, I got in trouble for hiding it where I should have really shared it. And of course, I got rid of that. I don't do that anymore. At least I do my best to not do it anymore. Every once in a while, things happen. The idea here is that you want to kind of look at your belief system, your automatics, your stuff that comes up, and you're doing something and it's like, oh, I can't do that, or oh, we're not supposed to do this, or blah blah blah, and look at it. And again, some of it could be stuff that you want to keep, and that's fine. But there is stuff that is getting in your way. It's eating up your resources, whatever that is for you. It could be a belief that, I'm an Indian woman, so I'm not supposed to do X. It could be a belief that, my family doesn't do this, or I don't know, whatever it is for you. And that's your bloatware. And so get aware of it and figure it out and fix it. So whenever you find that you're low on resources, something's stopping you, something's not working for you, take a look at what is it that's getting in your way. And that's the work, that's the introspection work. That's what the concept of dhyan or Zen is about. Dhyan is a Sanskrit word that's ill-translated to Zen in Japan and modern times, but that's awareness. That's becoming an effective human being by examining yourself. And that's what I'm up to. So thank you for listening to me.